Well, was London? Well, happy Halloween, y'all. I got my Halloween match, and I started off with the right song, man. Here on Beer Whisper Radio, that is. If you hear him howl around your kitchen door, you better not let it in. I know it's the Warren Zavanti, but it sounds like a different version here. I was trying to say, here we go. Anyway, yeah, it's just Halloween party singers. I knew that was Zavant singing, but I wasn't sure. So it's 2 beers with the Beer Whisper video, and I'm going to start with, well, I'm trying to get as Halloween as we could, the Imperial Pumpkin Smash from Crown Valley, a 10.6%, 48 IBUs. Our Imperial Pumpkin Stout is deliciously roasted with dark chocolate and toffee notes with a hint of smoke and a little spice from the hops. That gives it a pine note. The pumpkin adds body and character. Yeah, it's funny. We talk about pumpkin beers, and typically when people talk about pumpkin ales, the flavor they're getting is more the spice in the actual pumpkin itself. And here they're honest with you. They're telling you get more. The pumpkin adds more to the body and the character of the beer than the flavor of the pumpkin. So there you go. So cheers. I'm hanging out at the Beer Whisper Pub, a.k.a. my garage. One last one. It's the last one this evening. I had one that we went in and watched. Well, actually, I had 2 beers to do a live video for Facebook, and then I went back inside. My wife and I watched Casper. So I'm going to do these. I'm going to go back inside. We're going to watch SEAL Team and a couple other shows. Then call it evening. I do have to work tomorrow, so it wasn't going crazy. I was having waiting a couple hours, and having a couple more. The nose is very nice on this. What you feel is that those big roasted barley notes. Hints of caramel, toffee, maybe just a little bit of chocolate. Like you had some caramel and you just got a little ganache over the top. There's a little bit of chocolate. The spice notes I feel are heaviest. You get bits of clove, some allspice, a little nutmeg as well. So there you might find some cinnamon, but I'm really feeling the nutmeg the biggest, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have a drink. Yes, I am. Cheers, Joe. There's some Alice Cooper. This is my Halloween mix, man. Feed my Frankenstein. So they're not necessarily Halloween songs, but they're, Halloween themes. Things I can move into Halloween, man. There's some sounds. I got a lot of stuff mixed in here. Anyway, it was just still dreary earlier today, but now it's raining and we're not getting any kids here tonight. So we called her an evening. It's Nathan. This is a classic, man. It really is. $9 for a 4-pack. For a 4-pack, $9 for a 4-pack. But it is a 10.6% beer. So by craft beer standards, that isn't bad, man. If you break that down, you're paying about $4.50 for a 24-ounce beer. Bombers. So if this wasn't a bomber at 22 ounces, you're paying less than $5. That really is a bargain by today's craft beer standards. I usually start with the lighter ABV beer first, but today I start with the heavier one, the heavier stout, because the other one has some barrel-aged components to it. So I thought I'd save the whiskey notes, even though the ABV is a little less on that one. So I hope everybody's having a fine Halloween. If you don't celebrate Halloween, well, that's fine. Don't celebrate Halloween. But don't piss on other people that do. And the same thing around St. Patrick's Day. Every time, we always do St. Patrick's Day a big here at the Beer Whisperer House. Being of Irish ancestry we are, as you can see behind me. But then there's always those handful of folks that like St. Patrick's Day. Well, then don't celebrate it, you candy ass. But don't piss on my parade just because you're a dickwad. I feel the same way about Halloween. Anyway, since Seamus loved the holidays, all the holidays, I will say, though, that Thanksgiving really was his personal favorite because it was the one that was just about family. It was about bringing family together. It was about food and family, and that's what he loved. Now, he loved Christmas as well. But what he loved most about Christmas, though, to be honest with you, is giving. Now, he didn't mind receiving some gifts, but he took the greatest pleasure in giving the right gifts to the right people. But I will say that without a doubt, anybody that ever knew Seamus knew that Thanksgiving was his all-time favorite holiday. Seamus did love his classic rock, though. He had a lot of costumes over the years. But I think he was about 5 or 6 when he went as Peter Criss. I think he was about 10 or 11 when he did Alice Cooper, and he was 12 when he was Ozzy Osbourne. So there's certainly something about classic rock characters that he loved. His Peter Criss makeup was brilliant, though. Alice Cooper's a genius, man. I saw Alice twice, man. Once in Bakersfield. Bakersfield, Tom. Nobody goes to Bakersfield on purpose. Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was like a gym, to be honest with you. There was no seating. It was an open arena. It was during that period of time where Alice wasn't maybe doing the greatest commercially. But he put on such a great show. It was 2 years later that I saw him at Long Beach Arena, and Megadeth and Tesla opened. So he'd gone that far in just a couple of years. That was probably, I'm guessing, Yeah, it's probably only about 2 years, actually. I know I got a couple Alice Cooper songs, I guess. Alice Cooper lends himself well to for a Halloween theme. It's a Black Widow and a few other things. Oh, here we go. Now we got Time Warp. We're ready, aren't we? Ready to do the Time Warp?
Time is takes its toll. But listen close.
Anyway, I digress. So I hope everybody is having a fun Halloween. I hope y'all enjoying yourselves. And if you're dressed up or you're not, we always have a tradition here at the, I'll say my last name, it's the Mulvey Hill House. Well, I'm telling a beer whisperer store, I'll say beer whisperer, but this isn't necessarily beer whisperer store. We always, we take the kids out to do whatever. We hit a few festivals, or typically, sometimes we go to the mall. But when we're done with all that, we come home. We'd watch some Halloween-themed movies. Typically, like I said, we watch Casper tonight. Hocus Pocus was usually on. The two Addams Family movies, the Addams Family, Addams Family Values, and then we'd have pizza. So that's what my wife and I did this year. We tried to keep the traditions alive, even though it's just my wife and I. So we had pizza, we watched the movies, and said I'm going to do these 2 beers and go back in. We'll watch SEAL Team, and we might watch one more movie before I call it an evening. It's an evening. Anyway, I digress. So Thanksgiving, let's move on to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is going to be quiet this year because my daughter and family are going to see some of his family. They typically spend it with us, which actually is nice. My wife and I are kind of looking forward to a quiet evening. My mother-in-law who lives with us will probably go to one of her grandchildren's houses. That way my wife and I can just do a simple dinner here and relax and have a little peace and quiet for a change. Yeah, I might do a turkey breast. Hell, I've been thinking about just getting a couple Cornish hens. uh, I may do a turkey breast, but man, to be honest with you, if it's going to be her and I just grab a couple Cornish hens and make a nice meal. So anyway, I don't know. I like to kind of wing it. I think this is why I love to cook and I don't really love to bake, because baking you can't really wing it. But cooking, you say, okay, this is what I got. This is what we're going to do. That's what I like to cook. I'm more of a wing it kind of guy. I like to improvise. I like to, call some audibles, as it were. And so there you go. It also has some creaminess. Now, it doesn't say that they add lactose to this, but it's got that creaminess. You do feel some chocolate notes, nice roasted barley. It's just a damn fine beer, man. It's well put together from Crown Valley out of St. Genevieve, Missouri. They're doing some good stuff. They're an oft-overlooked craft brewery, but they have done some great beer for a very long time. They've got one of the best Pilsners out on the market. And so I'm glad to see Pilsners having a resurgence. So anyway, let me finish this one. We'll get to beer number 2. Let's do the time warp again. Anyway.
My name's Brad Major. You're supposed like you. Hey, you guys know how to matter? For God's sake, just rip on yourself.
Damn it, Janet. Anyway, in my mother's Foggy Notion glasses. Foggy Notion is mother's barley wine. But quite frankly, this beer has a bit of a barley wine feel to it. Oakspire Bourbon Barrel Ale from New Belgium, 9%, a collaboration with Knob Creek. A limited edition collaboration between New Belgium and Knob Creek. Oakspire is a unique bourbon-inspired ale. So they never say there's bourbon in here, right? Aged with oak spirals and char from the barrel. Smooth notes of toffee, vanilla, and caramel. Wrap up with a refined finish. I gotta tell you, I had one of these a couple hours ago before I went in to watch the movie, and it is my favorite. I use the term best, and I try to stay away from that, but it is without a doubt my absolute favorite New Belgium beer that I've ever had. It pours beautifully, but yeah, I mean, I think if somebody just handed it to me, I would go barley wine. Before styles were as defined as they are now, anything high ABV that didn't necessarily fit a particular style was labeled a barley wine. This really does have that barley wine feel about it. Not even sure what that is playing. Goblins everywhere. Okay. You can hear it out on the roads. I just put in stuff, man. Halloween themed stuff. Goblins everywhere. So the nose, yeah, my nose got stuffy all of a sudden. But yeah, I mean, certainly, they say caramel and toffee. Usually you get either or. But the truth is they're right. And I started correcting them earlier, but no. What you get is that creamy toffee or creamy caramel early on, and then it moves into that richer toffee-like nose. But you also feel a little bit of that oak on the nose. That text, come in. Hold on, I want to check that real quick, just to make sure it's not important. Okay, got it. All right. It was a work-related message, so I want to check it to make sure it wasn't something I need to follow up on immediately. Anyway, Oh, man. I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed. I kind of debated over this beer, right? Because I'm not a huge New Belgium fan. I'm just not, and I've never been. In fact, I've never liked Fat Tire. I always thought that was a horrible beer. But I don't mind the Voodoo Ranger line. But I've never thought anything they do is outstanding. But everybody that I've ever known that's taken a brewery tour has told me, Tom, you need to rethink it. This beer is impressive. I mean, no matter who would do this beer, this is an impressive beer. It is done right. It is done well. And I'm not, there are folks that are against the oak spirals or oak staves as opposed to barrel aging. There's a lot of reasons for doing that. And I've had some beers that used oak spirals and staves, chunks, chips. It lets you get to that point a little quicker than barrel aging because you're covering more of that oak surface. So there's not a problem with that for me. I mean, it's rich, it's decadent among those other notes that we talked about, the coffee, the toffee, the caramel, the oak. You also feel some nutty notes. You feel some deep molasses, brown sugar notes. I mean, it's just a rich, decadent brew, but you've got enough of that oak that really cleans up any residual sweetness you might have. This beer is absolutely brilliant. I mean, there is no doubt about that. It makes my Willie happy. I got to tell you, it is just done well. So there you go. Yeah, this video's way longer than I intended, so I'm not going to finish the beer other than to say I hope everybody is having a damn fine Halloween. I am Tom DeBeer's BeerVangelist, prolific beer drinker. Purveyor of Wisdom all around. Good guy. Cheers.